Yo, what it do? What it do? Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Popping. It's popping. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it.
All right. Oh, it's showing. Hold on. Okay.
Okay,
All
now
right.
it's actually okay. I don't know
You know,
what happened.
it's showing the background.
Welcome. Greetings. Welcome to the show. So we're gonna jump right into it though, Shirley. So why do you feel like a lot of modern day women can't be satisfied, though, like in relationships, though?
Modern day women. Okay. I feel like a lot of there's. Should I speak for myself or should I just put women in the category? Like,
Well, speak from your opinion. We want your thoughts and opinions. We don't want nobody else. We want your thoughts and opinions.
okay. All right. So, all right. Repeat the question because I want to answer it as honestly as possible.
Why do you feel like a lot of modern day women can't be satisfied with finding the right man?
Well, I feel like a lot of the modern day women of today are put in positions where it's kind of like we want that old fashioned like role of like the man being a provider and this, that, and the third, but we're not really getting that. So I feel like with the modern women, most of us are working now just as much as the men. And when we get in a relationship with a man and we're working just as many hours with the man, it's kind of conflicting with the roles because a lot of us women, we can take on that dominant role because we're doing, you know what I'm saying? We're like, for me, for instance, I was a correctional officer for like 7 years. And the man that I was with, he wasn't in that kind of lifestyle, but I still had to be submissive to him. You see what I'm saying?
Wait. You say you did corrections. I got family members who done that. Was you working 12 hours or 8 hours?
I was working 8 hours, but sometimes we got mandated.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked at Stateville Correctional Center.
Okay. So you say you was, continue what you were saying. You said it was hard for you to be submissive?
No, it wasn't hard for me to be submissive because my stepmom is very submissive. So when I grew up, I seen like a woman that was submissive. Initially, when I was in high school, going into college, I didn't want to be the submissive woman. Initially, when I first started dating, I'm sitting here, I'm working all these hours. I didn't feel that I had to be submissive. I felt like I had to identify as a feminist. You see what I'm saying? Because you used to see so many women like Beyonce's and all these other women that we look to on social media. These were kind of the type of women that, you know, I saw growing up because it's a long story with me, but my birth mother gave me up at a young age. And my father is the one who raised me up until I was 12, having a single father. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking for women, a mother figure. Via
wait. So would you say that for the most part, you think people look up to these celebrities and these so-called celebrities and they look at them for being their heroes and they think that's what being a woman or a man is?
Yeah. I used to look up to like the Madonnas, the Janet Jackson, those type of women. And I used to feel like I had to be like that in order for a man to want me. I had to be sexy. I had to work really, really hard. I had to, you know what I'm saying, put emphasis on my looks. I had to be that type of woman to attract a man. So, yeah, when I was young, I used to look up to those type of women.
Right. So with that being said, do you feel like these so-called celebrities do you feel like they are role models to the youth?
Not right now, but when I was younger, I idolized a lot of these celebrities. I idolized these women to show me what it was to be a woman. You know, you go listen to the music, let me cater to you, let me do this, but I gotta be a boss. I gotta have my own money.
But
So
you know what I realized though? I realized with Beyonce is a married woman. She's been married for what I don't know, over a decade or so. But it's all entertainment because none of them is living this lifestyle.
no, they're not. But in their music, like, you know, when you're young and you're impressionable, like I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a gap where I didn't have a mother figure. Like, when my father, you know, my birth mother, like, she gave me up to my father. My father raised me. So there was a gap where I didn't have a mother figure. You know, like, my dad would drop me off to an aunt or something like that. But that gap from, like, you know, from 5 years old to 12-year-old without having a mother figure, it forced me to idolize these women, like, that were on TV, that were dressing a certain kind of way, you know, to attract men. Like, how do you you know, be more feminine? How do you, you know, do this? Like, you know, a father is not gonna sit there. Like, my father, his role was to keep boys away from me. Like, I
Right.
didn't start dating until I was like 17 going on 18. Like, I was a
Okay.
virgin right before I went to college. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my father kept
Okay.
me very sheltered.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on for that. We're gonna come back to that one later. So
Oh
what
yeah.
you feel like is a feminist though?
Like, feminist?
Yeah, what is a feminist to you?
Um, well, when I was, before I got saved, I felt like a feminist was like a strong woman that didn't take no crap from no one, including a man. And like, with me, you know, I'm bringing in my own money. I bought my own house. I paid for my way through college. It, to me, like, back in the day when I used to call myself a feminine, it was like, I'm an independent woman. I may want a man, but I don't need you. You know, that's the type
So
of vibe that I had.
so why you okay? With that being said though, and I always say this all the time: if the feminist movement was so strong, how women claim it to be, how does Nick Cannon and these rappers like Future and Nick Cannon have all these baby mamas? That's what I'm thinking. Because if women were so-called banding together, they wouldn't be getting with the same man. They in competition with the
Yeah,
same man. So this
exactly.
feminism, all this right here is a distraction. But
Yeah, it's
that's how
definitely a distraction.
it's
You
all lies and deception to play upon. I think it is a propaganda to get amongst black people, black women, or black people to keep us apart. All this, right?
oh
So
yeah, because when you're too strong of a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, and a man is telling you some stuff, you're gonna be like, okay, like, you're not gonna. When you're a feminist, I feel like feminist is anti-submission. Like, it brainwashes women. That's why a lot of women can't keep a man, because a lot of us, you know, we act so tough, like we don't need y'all. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be more emotional. We gotta, you know, be more emotionally available. But I feel like when you take on the role as a feminist, it's kind of like telling a man, like, you don't need him. You know what I'm saying? I'm making just as much money as you. I'm independent. I can do for myself. What can you do for me? If you
right.
can't do nothing for me, what do I need you for? So that's the attitude, like, you gotta have, like, when you're a feminist. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I didn't really know, like, what the feminist movement was, but it was kind of like, you know, you're trying to
So
jump
basically, you're
on
just trying to.
something.
So it's, wait. So it sounds like you're just trying to be a part of a group because just say you're part of a group.
Yeah, like, yeah, because I went through, like, so many identity crises. You know, before I got saved, before I got, like, with the Lord, like, I went through so many periods of my life where I was going through an identity crisis. I
Right.
didn't know who I
We
was
gonna
as a woman.
facts. We gonna keep it short. We gonna I got a couple more for couple more. I didn't want to go too off track with it. But what you feel like? What is clangy though? You think?
What is what?
What is clangy? What is being clangy?
Clingy, like a woman that's like I need you. I gotta be in, you know, I gotta be around you 24/7. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do nothing for myself. Like, I can't, you know, like, to be clingy means that I gotta be around your presence every single day. Like, I don't have a life going on for myself.
Right. What you think is a clangy guy though?
A clingy guy, a guy that doesn't have nothing going for himself and he's doing the same thing. Like, you know, if I go to work and then I come back, you still, like, just waiting on me. Like, you don't have no goals. You're just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're so infatuated with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like obsessive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was with a man at one point that was extremely clingy. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, but at that time, I thought it was normal. I thought it was cute. I like that attention. You know what I'm saying? But then I started realizing, I was like, he ain't got no goals. Like, he ain't got nothing going for himself. It seemed like I'm the only goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we women, we want balance. Like, a guy that has something going for himself and that gives us love, too. You know what I'm saying? With clinginess, it's kind of like there's an imbalance, you know?
You feel like a lot of women, rather be loved or respected. I mean,
I think both.
No, I meant to say this right here. You feel like they want attention or they want to be respected?
I feel like you need both, because like if I'm with somebody, you're not like the love language. You're not seeing my cues as far as like I'm going through something and you're not giving me that type of attention. I'm gonna assume like you don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? So we need both. Like with respect, I feel like when you respect the person that you're with, you're loyal to them. You see what I'm saying? If you're with somebody and you don't respect them, like you're gonna do whatever you want to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it has to be a balance of both. You know, giving that person that you're with enough attention as far as letting them know, I hear you, I'm concerned about what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And giving them like that respect. Like the respect is not just in my face, it's behind my back too. You know, when I'm not around you, what do you do when I'm not around?
Right. Do you feel like a lot of females use reasoning and logic, or they use their emotions and their feelings when they determine the relationship?
We're definitely more emotional. You know, like I feel like a lot of women were soft. You know, some even the feminists, like, you know, the women who identify as a feminist woman, if they get with that one dude that breaks that barrier, we're gonna be as soft as you know possible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we meet that man and he treats us good and he makes us feel so loved and wanted. We're gonna naturally be submissive to that man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna naturally happen. Oh, I want to go cook for him. I want to go, you know, do these things. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely, you know, are very emotional, and we tend to do stuff based off of emotion.
So what about this right here, though? What is the end goal for being a feminist? I always want to ask them that right here. But what is the end goal of a feminist, you think, though? What do you think what are they trying to accomplish, though? What are they trying to achieve?
I feel like the feminist movement is anti-man. Like, when you really look at it, like, I feel like it's a movement meant to keep women and men separated. Because it's just like, when I look at women like Amber Rose, when I be seeing her online, because, you know, she's a proud feminist and this, that, and the third. Before you...
Wait, let me say this right here. I got a good job to say this, because she has a son, and she was just doing the show. I forgot what the show was. She had Noriega from Drink Champs and Murder Mook. I think that was named Murder. And she was saying niggas ain't shit. She got a whole son. And I'm like, wait a minute. You basically saying your son ain't worth shit?
Yeah.
And the problem is, the key word is that she said she's dealing with niggas. I think niggas ain't shit either. So stop dealing with ain't shit niggas. I don't even be around niggas. But it's kind of like, to me, she was an ex-woman mad. It seems like, to me, feminists to me are women who are pissed because the man that they wanted didn't want to be committed to them, so they get mad and hate all men. That's my belief.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of them type of movement, because it's, like I said, it's short term. There's no long term with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
like Hot Girl Summer, and what else it is? Like, the Hot Girl Summer movement.
Yeah, I feel like those type of stuff, like I feel like the feminist movement has too much masculine energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes women take on that masculine energy. Like, it prevents women from being soft. You know?
And she was doing slut walks, and I'm trying to think, how can you be a slut, but then you want respect, then you want to be a victim? You don't know what you want. It's so imbalanced. It's confusion to me. I'm like, this is incompetent behavior you're displaying. You want to be, you say you want to be in control, then you say you got to be a victim, then you saying men ain't shit, but then you say you need a man. And it's like all kinds of shit. You're confused, right?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what the feminist movement really is. It's really the Jezebel spirit. Like, it's really the Jezebel spirit that's behind the movement that's basically tearing up relationships. Because, like I said, you can't bring that type of, when you want a real man, you can't bring that type of energy to that type of man that you want. When you want a man to, like, marry you and stuff like that, you can't be so strong and bring that alpha energy and that type of energy to a relationship.
What is an alpha female? I never understood what that means. This alpha bull. What is an alpha female?
I feel like it's that woman that's like, she has a lot of money and she has a lot of power, and she feels like she don't need a man telling her what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that man is supposed to submit to her. Like, she's above that man. Like, she feels like God is a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like she's God's gift to a woman, and a man should be lucky to be seen with her. And like I said, once I started digging into, like, what this type of movement was, I was like, nah, this ain't me. Like, I don't want to be around it. You know, this is not the type of woman I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, right? Wait, hold on. How do you feel about this right here, though, in a sense? Because the slut walk, with the slut walk, I'm thinking, like, okay, hold up, go back to about Beyonce. Beyonce made a song called Church Girl Twerk. And 1 minute she's saying uplift black women, when they mention telling black women to twerk and objectify themselves. Like, how do you feel about that shit, though?
I didn't like that song. I didn't even get to listen to it, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Beyonce is not the Beyonce I grew up listening to. Like, I feel like she's made
she's been the same one. Wait. She's been the same one.
Yeah.
Now you got older and wiser.
Now the witch energy is, you know, back then Beyonce used to have an innocence about her.
That's what the media portrayed. That's what the media portrayed.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we really never knew who she was. Like, she used to sing, like,
nobody knows who these stars is.
I want my husband to be like my daddy.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. Nobody knows these celebrities. We just know their music. Nobody knows who these people is. When people be like, I don't like such and such, I be kind of shaking my head like, how you know them? You don't know these people. You just know their work they put out to the public and they present themselves. Nobody know any of these people.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You know, but when I was younger, I was, like, kind of impressionable. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was looking for that mother figure. I was looking for that big sister figure.
But don't you feel like a lot of women should have listened to a big mama or their grandmama on how to be a woman and how to keep a man or attract a man instead of I didn't
have that woman figure in my life
for a while. I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying in general, most women should do that if they want to vet for a man. Listen to grandma and grandmama and their mamas on how to vet for a man and be a woman that a man would want. Don't you think?
Yeah, you should listen to those women, but you should listen to those women that know how to keep a man. You can't listen to any woman, because there's a lot of women that are single, you know, mothers and whatnot, and are bitter towards men and have that feminist energy. You can't listen to every.
They bitter towards their baby daddy that left them because they was like weekend pussy. So the man left them, and they had so happened to have a child with him, and he ain't never had nothing to do with you or the child because he was just having sex with you. So they get mad and they get bitter. But they was weekend ass. But my thing is with the feminists, I'm realizing Oprah, Gayle, and people like those people, see, open men, I read an article, Oprah was calling men gay for years. See, they're trying to put this propaganda on black men and say they're secretly gay. You got to watch out for them and this, that, and the third. But I realize they're having this agenda they want women, see, misery loves company. They can't find a man. Oprah and them can't find a good man. And people like Oprah because it's all about who we like at the end of the day. It's all about who people gravitate toward. People gravitate towards Oprah and Gayle, the Ellen, these talk show hosts on The Voice. So they put this narrative out that men are gay on the down low. And because they're miserable and can't find a man, they want to put that on black women. So they want you to be like them. But the difference between them two is they rich. Y'all ain't rich. We need each other to stay together.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and I feel like the media also pushes that type of image for women to look up to that. Like, look at the Christiane and Blueface thing.
Man, I was just about to say that. You just took the words out of my mouth. Or they promote this city girl bullshit, this hot girl summer bullshit, but they're not promoting good marriages. Like, I like Life Jennings. The music even changed. Like, Life Jennings had a song back in the day called Let's Stay Together. I don't even think that song will get much play because it ain't about staying together. Now it's about hooking up, fucking, making love. They ain't want to make love. They just want to have sex, fuck, and just have a good time, you know. They want to have options, though. How you feel about that thing? Options. Everybody got options.
Like, when I'm in a relationship, when I'm with somebody, I don't believe in options. I don't believe in a dip. I don't believe in, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in options. When I'm with somebody, I'm with somebody. But I feel like options is keeping that door open. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, they want to be in a relationship with somebody like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in a relationship with a man, they love the good girl. But they'll watch TV shows like Love and Hip Hop where all these men got all these options, all these women throwing themselves at them, and they got women fighting over them, and they'll let that influence them, and they think like I remember like my ex, he used to watch those male life coaches. Like, he was like a big Tariq Nasheed stan. When Tariq Nasheed wrote that book on how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never read that book, but I remember he used to have me watch some of these life coaches that he would listen to. And the way that they would talk about women, like if she's had a child or if she has stretch marks, you got to take this amount of point for her. Or if this woman talk about waiting until marriage, you got to deduct this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would
right. But let me say this too right here though. Let me say this right here. I think the media, see, this is what I realize about people. At the end of the day, you got to make the best decisions for yourself. Listen to all these life coaches and YouTubers. These people don't know your life. Everybody's life is different. And, you know, people trying to just live, be carbon copies of these people. I mean, I listen to some of these people, but at the end of the day, I know they ain't me and I ain't them. I'm myself. If you want a family, it's okay to want a family. But you don't have to do what somebody else is doing. Because at the end of the day, they being themselves. It's all about being yourself and being the best version of yourself. So I think a lot of people do get caught up into that. But what you feel like being the difference between being a priority and being the option, though?
Like, when you're a priority, like, in somebody's life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they care about you. It's a level of care and love that comes to somebody that's a priority. And when you're an option, I don't gotta call you. I don't gotta text you. I don't gotta check on you. I don't gotta care about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? When you're an option, it's about what I want. It's about my selfishness, my needs. You know what I'm saying? It's completely narcissistic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and selfish.
And Jasmine Sullivan got a song out right now called Roster. And you know, it's about females got that mindset. They want to have, or people got the mindset. It ain't just females, but it's people. But we're gonna say females for this case because I believe females are having more sex than men. These females have this roster, and they feel like they can have all these unlimited options. And you know, I can have all these guys or whatever, and you know, ain't nothing gonna happen. And the sad part about it, they're not letting people know that there's a consequence behind this stuff, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they're not letting people thinking that they can have all the sex they want. You know, they can be a promiscuous, you won't have all these babies you want. You know, everything's fine because I'm a queen or I'm a king type shit, which is bullshit.
Yeah, it's the wrong impression. It sends the wrong message. Like, I never want to be to. That's one thing I never got into. I never was the woman that cheated on a man. I never had options. I never, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about
me. But they don't
me.
even call it cheating, though, because they ain't getting in a relationship. They just having 4, 5, or 6 guys in rotation.
Yeah,
and, you know,
I've never gotten into that. Even with dating. Like, I've never, like, you know how some people, they'll date multiple people at once? I never did that.
But nobody's doing that. You know, most people, women, you know, they having sex with 4, 5 guys. They call that dating.
That's disgusting.
Or they using those two, or they having another couple guys take them on free meals and shit.
I just think that's nasty. Like, that's just me. That's disgusting.
But the media is portraying being a freak or being a thought or a hot girl, you know, church girls twerking or throat babies You know what I'm saying? That's cool. They're saying that's what a woman is. Their woman nowadays is comfortable in their sexuality. That's their true femininity, which is bullshit, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's disgusting. It's promoting
Wow.
promiscuity, like, you know, to be a thought. Like, it's promoting being like,
It's really dishonorable.
it's destructive. That's why all these women, like, I may offend some women when I say this. Like, there was a lot of women that were upset because they went and changed the laws and made, like, you know, if I say this, it's gonna be controversial.
You talking about abortion? Wait.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that though? About they changed the abortion laws?
Yeah. I feel like the main women that were mad about that is the women that's out here totting and bopping.
Right.
Like, if you're not totting and bopping, you don't care. I didn't care that they changed the law. It didn't
That's what I
affect.
was saying. That's what I was about to get at. And that's what I was about to get at right there. Because you don't see virgins talking about why I can't get an abortion. There's only women out here being sluts and being promiscuous.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Hell, you and the baby broke though. But you know why I think abortion should keep? Because we got too many black men in prison because they didn't ask to be here from unwanted pregnancies. Yeah, I said it. I know they ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but I don't give a shit. People ain't gonna like what I'm saying that I know, but they gonna watch this shit and probably try to check me, but I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say what I want to say. This is my channel. I feel like abortions is necessary, but all they're gonna do with the abortion not being declined, with they're trying to ban abortion, they're gonna have more black men in prison and more single black mothers dropping out of high school and on welfare because the black boys gonna go to prison because you got a bunch of babies who ain't never asked to be here who's already here, who never asked to be here from unwanted pregnancies here because parents and mommy and daddy was fucking.
But that's the problem. What's the solution? What's the solution to all these women? There's women that's still out here sleeping with men that they don't really like just to sleep with somebody.
Well, because they look good, and another women are selfish because they just so strange to me. This is strange. They want them because other women want them because women want other women want.
I know. I want somebody all to myself. Like I don't know. It is a competition out here. I feel like there's a lot of women, they love to compete, and that's why there's a lot of women that don't mind being side chicks to a married man.
Yeah, they don't. You got women on podcasts talking about it's okay to be married. Yeah, you got influencers or podcasters talking about if you past a certain age, it's okay for you have to be a side chick. Like, what in the hell?
Yeah, I that ain't gonna be my husband. Let a woman talk like that. Like, nah.
It's just out of control right now. The dating pool is very muddy. It's distasteful. It's disgusting. It's just a lot of pettiness. It's just a lot of hurting people right now. Yeah. That's what it is. People ain't taking time to heal.
Yeah, misery loves company. That's
and there's a lot of good women out here and good men. But you know that old saying they always used to say in elementary school, it's only take a few rotten apples to ruin the whole bunch.
Yeah, it does.
Right. But I got a couple more.
Oh, yeah. And this is the end times. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people out here, their hearts are cold. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I got a couple more before I let you go. I got a couple more. Yeah. I feel like I'm getting off track. But do you feel like women who twerk and have an OnlyFans and doing stuff like that on social media, do you feel like they're objectifying themselves?
Yeah, I do. I don't care how they feel. I don't care how you women feel if I said that. I feel like, why do you have an OnlyFans? And what throws me off is if you're in a relationship, why the heck do you have an OnlyFans? I've seen a lot of women on IG that have full committed relationship that's on OnlyFans. Like, why are you showing your behind and you're in a thong seducing men, other men, for money? I don't care what anybody say. OnlyFans is glorified prostitution.
That's all it is. I feel like dating nowadays is prostitution. Women, you got women in rap songs talking about, if he can't pay my bills, I ain't gonna fuck him. Or, I'm gonna fuck him if he pay my bills. Or if he take me out to here, I'm gonna have sex with him.
Yeah.
What the hell? What happened to get to know somebody and liking somebody? Wait, let me say this. What happened to get to know somebody and liking them because you like their mindset or their intellect, or you and him, y'all compatible and y'all going the same place in life or the same direction, like-minded. It's all about who look good and lusting. Busting and fucking. That's all it's about.
Yeah. And I just feel like is glorified prostitution going on. And I'm not in support of no OnlyFans, even at my brokest. Even at my brokest. I'll go work at McDonald's and flip some burgers.
They got too much pride. They got too much pride. They can't be a boss bitch if they work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
They can't be a bad bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't get that Remy hair or whatever type of $10,000 hair with the Fendi bag, the what's the name? Look, I'll take myself to Walmart. I'll go get me a purse from Walmart. Like, I like to save money, and I like to, like, think of long-term stuff. Like, you know, with me coming from Haiti and being born in Haiti and then watching my dad struggle with me having a single father, like, I always had this level of respect for men. You know what I'm saying? It just like, you know, with my father.
We got one more. We got one more. I ain't want to make it too long. We got one more. We got one. Do you feel like, why do you feel like the single mothers and these so-called independent women who are just being adults paying their own bills by themselves and just being the regular adult, why do you think they get that independent women called or call themselves independent women, you think?
Oh, like when they get money? Because
they got money or they pay their own bills like a regular adult supposed to. Why do you think they get that title, independent women?
It's just another title. It's a superior thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I naturally use it sometimes. Like when, you know, I have older school women in sometime in my life. Sometimes they try to make younger women feel bad because you're not married at a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes they'll try to make it seem like something wrong with you because you're not married at a certain age.
And
so
they do
sometimes
that with the men. They do that with the men too, because they say the men ain't 30 by a certain age. He ain't got no kids. He ain't married or got no kids. He gay or something wrong with him.
Yeah, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
Or their parents look at them. A lot of people get in relationships and get married because they're pressured by society or their parents.
Yeah.
So your parents could be meaning well, but at the end of the day, it's your life and your decisions. You got to do what's best for you. You got to make these kind of decisions for yourself. So that's why a lot of people get in these relationships, because their parents arrange them, or they get pressured by society, or they feel like they get too old. They don't think they have enough time. Yeah.
And that's why sometimes I feel like we'll put a label on ourselves because the people around us is putting us down. Like I've had some people in my life, like they've gotten married or whatever, and they'll try to say little sly stuff. I'm a married woman now. My husband don't want me hanging with a single woman. I'm like, for one thing, you know, like, I've never been the type of person to pressure anybody who's married or in a relationship to cheat on whoever they're with. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, there's women that feel entitled, or they try to make women who are not married, that don't have kids, because I'm not married yet. I don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to wait until I get married to have kids, you know? Right, so sometimes they'll try to make it seem like you ain't got nothing. Like I went to school, I finished school, I got a college degree, but they'll try to make it seem like you're nothing because you're not married. Like, just because I didn't settle doesn't mean that I'm not nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They definitely try to do that, though, in society. They try to put these labels and put this on people. But I appreciate you coming on, though. I didn't want to make this video too long, though, but I definitely appreciate you, though, a lot, though. You got anything you want to ask me before I let you go?
Yeah, so what is an ideal woman for a man like you? Like what has been your conflict with the women that you met, and, like, you know what I'm saying, like that made you not want to marry a woman, or, you know what I'm saying, like, what would have been your ideal woman, and why hasn't relationships been successful or for you? Like,
that's an interesting question, though, if you ask me. Actually, I was engaged before at a young age when I was 21. So I had a fiance at one point. We was married. We was not married. We was engaged for like 3 years, about 2-3 years almost. It just didn't work out. She was my longest relationship. It just didn't work out at the time. I guess my ideal woman is somebody, you know, who's a believer in Christ like myself, who level-headed, who just compatible, we just bonding. You know, that would be somebody I would like to be with. But, you know, I just rather take my time, though. I ain't giving up on love yet. You know, I just rather take my time, and if it come to me, it come to me, though. You know, I believe it'll come to me. Just got to be patient, and I ain't never alone, you know. I'm just by myself. That's good.
So what's your red flag when you meet a woman? Like, where you're like, I'm not about to waste my time.
if she got kids, I ain't gonna be with her. I ain't gonna lie to you. If she got kids, I ain't gonna be with her. Like, cause I ain't got no kids, so it's like, why would I be with somebody who got kids? Like, I
Yeah,
ain't
you
raising
probably
another
want
man's
to have
kids.
kids for the first time with your wife type
And
of.
I feel like that's an experience me and her got the experience anyways. And a lot of women who got kids, they still be having sex with their baby daddy and shit. So it's like, yeah, so
Mhm.
that's a no. Nah, I ain't bad for single mothers. I just, and then a lot of them like to get with single like men without kids like me because I ain't got no kids. So they look at me as like a prize or a come up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I can so I can spend money on their kids. Be nah. So
Yeah, you're not trying to be a daddy to nobody else's kids. You're trying to wait to have your own kids. Yeah.
I don't recommend you be a stepmother to nobody because you don't have any children. You don't. I don't. I don't,
Yeah.
rec- I
But
don't recommend.
but
I
we
tell
got a
you,
big age difference. I'm in my 30s, so the odds of me finding a man in his 30s that don't have kids, that's gonna be like really hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if a man have kids, I would hope that they're grown and out the house type. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
At my age,
right,
yeah.
right. Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on though. It's definitely a pleasure having you though. Got to get you on again next time.
Hmm.
Thanks.
All right. Yep, it was nice talking to you. All
Great.
right. Good.